Hello everyone, welcome to Global Hopper. Today we are in the beautiful, beautiful city of Madeira, one of the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world, if not the oldest. This is quite incredible. The city has huge amount of history, and I can't wait to explore the city together with you and tell you a little bit more about its absolutely fascinating history. When you see something like this, you can't get more Italian than this, right? This is so quintessentially Italian. That's a pretty beautiful Baroque styled cathedral. Absolutely beautiful. And guys, look, the lights are all around the piazza as well. So hopefully they will be turned on in the evening. Let's check out this interesting sculpture. I think the ball underneath must represent the earth. Wow, what a beautiful sculpture. Stunning. Right guys, I think we are still in the new part of Matera. Our destination is the old part, which is where all the history was focused on. So let's go. It's just towards the old part of the town and saw another absolutely stunning Baroque facade cathedral. This looked more Portuguese, to be honest, than Italian. Oh wow. I love Baroque style. I'm hoping I'm not got the wrong name for the style. But anyway, find another of those tree/people sculpture. Wow, nicely done. Look at that, guys. Wow, look at this place, guys. Okay, guys, so what you are looking at now is the old Matera, and that is where we are going. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful now, as is UNESCO heritage site, but there really was a dark side to the city and the district in general, Basilicata. But let me tell you a little bit more. Dog is tired. This place is quite incredible. Okay, guys, I think this is as good a place as any to tell you a little bit more about the history of Matera. As I said before, Matera is actually one of the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. And if you want to know more about the history, more in detail, I strongly recommend reading this book. This is called Carlo Levy's Crest Stops at Eboli. It details what the material looks like and what the region looked like in the 50s, right? So you probably don't know about this, but back in the 50s, this place was being called by the Prime Minister at the time the national shame of Italy, because at the time people were actually living in a sort of cave houses, and they lived together with their farm animals such as donkey and pigs and stuff like that. The pigs lives in the beneath the bed. People live in the bed, and then the infants and babies hanging from the basket from the ceiling. So that was actually the living condition at the time. They're living in a single room accommodation. It was without sewage system or running water or electricity. The condition was really, really dire. So here's a quote from the book itself, and I find that absolutely fascinating. So when the writer's sister visited Matera back then, she said this place, they were like a schoolboy's idea of Dante's Inferno. She described this place as that. And also, this is what she saw when she visited Matera in the 1930s. I saw children sitting on the doorsteps in the dirt while the sun beat down on them, with their eyes half closed and their eyelids red and swollen. Flies crawled around the lids, but the children stayed quite still, without raising a hand to brush them away. Yes, flies crawled across their eyelids, and they seemed not to even feel them. They have trachoma, which is infectious disease caused blindness. I know that it existed in the south, but to see it against this background of poverty and dirt was something else again. I saw other children with withered faces of old men, their bodies reduced by starvation, almost to skeletons, their heads crude with lice and covered with scabs. Most of them had enormous dilated stomachs and faces yellow and worn with malaria. So that was actually the reality of this place pretty much all the way through 1950s. Now, as I said before, the Prime Minister at the time called this area, Matera in particular, because Matera is the capital of Basilicata, the national shame. So the government at the time forcibly removed all residents away from this area to the newly built area just not far from here. But people gradually came back in the 80s and rebuilt this place. And in 1993, I believe, it was made into the UNESCO heritage site. And since then, the tourist has not stopped coming in. So that's just a brief history of this area. But as I said, if you really want to delve deeper, then definitely give this book a try. I enjoyed it tremendously. The writing was amazing. By the way, guys, I also have a booking review channel called Harry's Book Cafe, and I've recently did a book review of this book. So if you are interested, then please check it out. But in the meantime, let's go and keep exploring this extraordinary city. So across from us, you can see this little hill, and there are holes dug to the side of the hill. You can probably see them top left, or top left-ish, or top. They were actually the cave houses that people used to live in. So yeah, that was the living condition. Okay, guys, we are now going to one of those churches that is basically carved inside a stone. Let's go and check it out. Guys, I'll find it. As you can see, the church uses the boulders that were already in place to be part of its facade. You can see the cross at the top of this stone church, and across it is the view of Matera. Man, this place. Guys, this is quite a vista, isn't it? If I tell you this is Jerusalem, you would believe me. Right, one of the most iconic structure of the whole place is this stone village. I showed you the side, and this is the front facade. As I said before, it uses what already exists as part of its structure, which is really clever and efficient. For Madeira, guys, the best way to explore the city is really just to, lose yourself in the labyrinth-like sidewalks. There's every corner you turn is picturesque. So, yeah, just lose yourself in these back alleys and just explore the city. It's such a wonderful place to be. It's the stone church, seen from a different perspective with the sun shining upon it. Desolate landscape, and yet it has its own unique beauty of desolation. Walking along streets like this, right, I just lost my thoughts. Walking along streets like this, you can't help but to think that you are time traveling, right? Sorry guys, I'm a little bit conscious of what I'm doing. People look at me and I got self-conscious. But yeah, this place is just unusual. Do you know what I mean? Look at this. A fortress of granite. Layers on top of layer, like a wedding cake of a city. The stairs, although they are simple, and yet they are artistic and with the weight of history behind them, they somehow look just more epic. I won't be surprised if I see, Game of Thrones characters popping out. Or Gandalf. You can hear the church bell ringing. Oh, where am I? Guys, this district, Basilicata, back in the days, we're talking about 70 years ago, 1950s. This is a land where witch doctors' magic has same level of power as a real doctor's medical science. Within living memory, guys. This is a place where animals were living with their owners in the same room. Like that, perhaps thinking. All right, guys, a quick note on how to get to Matera. Closest airport is Bari, B-A-R-I. You can fly directly from UK. It's about an hour drive from Bari. Okay, guys, so if you are going to visit Matera, and if you have a time, I do recommend that you visit Castello Misano. Check out my previous video, you will see, if you have time, it's about an hour and 10-minute drive from here. And it's just all of this world beauty. Different style to Matera, but look at this view. This place is full of history. I have only just touched the side of it by telling you what it would look like and how the people lived in 1930s all the way to 50s. But if you want to find out more, then yeah, this city has thousands of years of history. All right, guys, this is what travel is all about, isn't it? Is to open your eyes to places that is drastically different to yours. And I can say with certainty that Madeira is definitely different to perhaps anyone's places. And this is just stunning. This is what old travel is all about. Let me turn the camera around. By the way, guys, these are the one-room accommodation that I have been referring to, that people live with their animals, their family, inside this wall, right? So it's like inside this granite, and they were called cave houses, without storage system, running water, or electricity. And you can certainly understand why they were called the shame of Italy, right? This is history, guys. This is absolute history. Under Carlo Lewis's pen, the peasants rather, who lived there were pretty much indifferent to the system imposing on them at that time, i.e. fascism or communism. They couldn't care less. Their one overwhelming state of mind at that time is one of resignation and indifference. They were living in the condition that you already seen, right? It's beautiful today. By that time, imagine living with your animal and family in a single room. They were already impoverished, right? Children were begging for quinine rather than food. And yet Rome imposed back-breaking taxes on them, and all they can do, apart from armed resistance, which they did try after the unification, is one of indifference and resignation. And I'm now walking in the same place that those sentiment has actually taken place. Incredible. Guys, absolutely love it. The music was amazing. The scene was good. Italy is just irreplaceable. So different. So different. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, doing this thing takes a lot of energy, time, and money to make a video. So if you can give it a thumb up, share and like, and subscribe, I'll be really appreciating your support. I've done my steps today, and that's the end of the video. In the next video, I'll see you somewhere else in Italy, in the beautiful province of Puglia. See you next time. Ciao, cheerio.